Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. This is Russell Babbitt with As Far As I Can Tell, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about NPC theory today. I'm not sure what you guys think about this. I'm not entirely sure what I think about it. This being said, I don't feel that the people on the news, the creatures reading this script, this statist, get the jab, wear a mask, yada, 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 yada script to you. I don't know that they are the same type of immortal spirit being as you or I. I can't judge this for sure. But when I see other people repeating these scripts and they just cling to them so fervently, it makes me wonder if there is not some type of spiritual component or script going on where they are composed of a different spiritual kind of form than I am. And I'm not saying that makes me better, worse, and I'm not saying this in an authoritative manner. These people are NPCs. I'm a real person. I did quantum hypnosis healing therapy, and I asked my higher self in hypnosis if I was an NPC, because if NPCs are a real thing, and this is some type of role-playing game, in that case, you'd think that they wouldn't know. I mean, if I talk to somebody that reports the latest CNN news tidbits to me as gospel truth, I think in my mind, I'm like, this person may actually be spiritually different than I am. But I don't tell them because I have actually tried to tell them, and it doesn't go over well. It doesn't make any sense to them. They don't know what the heck that even means. And even if they do, they're completely diametrically opposed to it. They feel that they are an authentic, immortal spirit being, or many of them don't believe in an afterlife, so not necessarily immortal, but they feel they are an authentic spirit being and that they're composed of exactly the same thing as you or I, and they have exactly the same abilities. I just don't know about that.
Atlanta restaurant instituted a new rule. If you are not vaccinated, you won't be served after the owner and 3 employees were infected with COVID despite being vaccinated. Since instituting the rule, the restaurant has been the target of a number of attacks, including from Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. The owner of that restaurant, Argosys, is with us now, Armando Celentano. Armando, thank you so much for being with us this morning to talk about this. This is a tough situation that a lot of restaurateurs and their employees are in. And you're facing this. You and 3 other employees tested positive despite being vaccinated. Can you tell us how you all are faring today?
We're all on the mend, thankfully, and we're trying to get our business back open and back up and running as normal. Thanks.
Okay, so you tell us about putting this rule in place. Tell us how you decided to do that.
Well, we decided to do this to offer our staff a better quality of life and a safer work environment, specifically with a lower risk of infection of COVID. As a small business owner, I feel I have the right to offer that, regardless of any Washington politician using their own version of cancel culture to intimidate us and possibly shut us down. Our goal is to protect our employees first.
I assume that Washington politician you're talking about, Congress.
I hope the citizens of Georgia shut this guy down. This is despicable. Despicable, disgusting. Makes me want to puke all over him and her and then fling some at their co-anchors. You gotta be fucking kidding me. This motherfucker right here got vaccinated. So did several, at least 2 of his other employees, and they all got the C. Can somebody tell me why we are discussing mandating this or that or excluding unvaccinated persons from this or that activity rather than doing the sensible, logical thing and just taking a step back and going, okay, we all got a shot that's supposed to make it so we don't get sick. 3 of us got sick. Maybe the shot doesn't work. Perhaps there's something wrong with the shot. And the fact that people toe these lines so emphatically, like I said, they just fervently cling to it. They're just like, as soon as you pull a piece of the narrative away and show them some science that shows that wearing a mask is not helpful for viral infections, it's never been proven. No one has substantiated that. They've simply made a bunch of hypothetical if-then statements that they propped up with a false theory, which is patently false, known as germ theory, and that doesn't make any sense. Yet, we're still deferring to, not us in the truth community, and it's in this side of the loony bin, we pretty much know what's going on. We're just, cheeking our pills and trying to plan an escape when Nurse Ratched isn't looking. But I just don't understand how these people, this guy right here, could be composed of the same immortal divine spirit being that I am. And as far as I could tell, we all are. But clearly some people have gotten so disidentified with it and are so separated from that divine inner knowing that they go off on rants like this.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who of course represents Congressional District 14, which is in Northwest Georgia, and she tweeted that this is called segregation. Will you be testing everyone at the door for the flu, strep throat, stomach bugs, colds, meningitis, AIDS, venereal diseases, Hep A, Hep C, staph infections, athlete's foot, pink eye, croup, bronchitis, ringworm, scabies, or any other contagions? Tell us what that response has meant for you.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say everyone is entitled to their own opinion. And I've certainly been guilty of not so civil discourse regarding this. Really, we're only trying to put our people back to work, hardworking Georgians who are looking forward to reentering society and being able to make an honest living. Unfortunately, that this particular tweet is hindering that their ability to do that by putting them under unnecessary stress of infection and threat.
And how are you going to enforce this rule, Armando?
Well, to be honest, the sign does a lot of the heavy lifting for us. I don't have the staff to check every Vax card at the.
Bro, you don't have the fucking balls to check my Vax card, homie. I'll tell you what, fucking next time I'm down in Georgia, I'm gonna come pay you a visit and stare you dead in the motherfucking eyes and see if you'll come out and check my Vax card. You can eat a bag of Rona-laden dicks, you shriveled up fucking shrew of a human being. Gah! I get fucking enraged with these people. And you know what? That's my bad. This guy is either a Masonic Jesuit coadjutor, some kind of asset, lifetime actor, who frickin' knows. But much, much, much more likely, he just thinks he's doing the right thing. He literally, honestly believes in his heart of hearts that somehow, because the television tells him that the jab will keep you from getting sick, that if 3 of his employees who get the jab get sick, that we should blame the non-vaccinated rather than just doing a scientific experiment and saying, okay, well, the only correlation, the only causation here that we can really see that's likely would be that the jab itself had something to do with them getting sick. Let's let him finish up, this fucking maggot of a human being.
The door. And I hope it really never comes to that. What we are asking and being very honest about is we reserve the right to see everyone's vaccine card, especially if they are up moving around our bar and main seating area without a mask. The goal here is to protect staff and our guests from possible COVID infection.
I reserve the right to kick that guy straight in the balls as hard as I can. I'm reserving that right now, you guys. Just in case it ever happens, you heard it here first. I said it's my right to kick that fucking shrew in his testicles as hard as I possibly can. And you know what? That wouldn't do anything. I'll reserve the right, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not as dumb as this motherfucker. Ooh. You guys, the rule of law has become insanity. It always was insanity. There's been victimless crimes and just a bunch of propped up BS that enforces a satanic system. But at this point, I'm full doomer, baby. It's gone. It's not coming back. We're not... The best that we can do, in my not so humble opinion, is to take care of ourselves, take care of our children, love one another, and at the end of the day, live in a way where the record of history, the book it speaks about in the Bible, where every word you ever wrote down is, or said, spoke aloud, is written down, where that record will be kind of smiled upon by your Creator, where it will bring the being that created you, that loved you enough to provide you with all these opportunities here in life, these opportunities for opportunities, will crack a smile and go, you know what? Good job. That guy was pretty cool. I do not think that these NPC creatures are praying to the same God I am, or if they are not hearing that God in the manner in which I am. I don't know what to tell you, folks. It looks dark. But that's why I just play my guitar and tumble rocks and try to enjoy life as much as I can while I can. This gentleman right here Mr. Kaczynski, MK Ultra victim / eco-terrorist / eloquent, brilliant philosopher on the pangs and evils of technology and the evils of the industrial age. He would say that just using this computer, even me putting this out on YouTube, is buying into and supporting their system. And I don't even think he would be wrong. That being said, at this point, this is the only place where I can speak truth to power and say exactly what I mean. And I can't even say exactly what I mean on here. I get videos struck. I get, whatever penalties, fingers shaken at me. But this is the only place I can hope to put this out and possibly reach somebody who, if I had this conversation with them in real life, would look at me like my head was screwed on sideways. So, that being said, I pray that I am wrong and that we are not full doom. I pray that I am wrong and that Agenda 2030 isn't pretty much signed, sealed, delivered. But more than that, I hope and pray that each one of you would come to know that life has a purpose, that you were wonderfully made by a loving God. And I don't usually do this, but I'm going to suggest, if you never read the Bible, take a look at it. These things are probably the most important stories that have been told throughout history, and it's still readily, easily available. It is confusing if you go to church and ask them what it means. It's very likely they do not understand, or they may even willfully mislead you if you go to the Catholic Church especially. That being said, it's basic instructions before leaving Earth. It is the greatest story ever told, and I have gained a great deal from it. I pray to the God of the Bible every day. I give thanks for even this Ronapocalypse. I know I'm loved. I know I'm created. I know that I'm an immortal spirit being doing the best I can to learn and grow here, despite all the fuckery. And that's brought me a great deal of peace. So, on that note, no tunes today. At least not right now. I might come back later and do some. This sticker I was showing, these are the first memes by Russell stickers. And these stickers will get sent out to anybody who donates to the podcast in an amount larger than $20. So if you give me $20.01, make sure to put in the comments a shipping address where I could send you a sticker, or just send me a private message on Fedbook and we can work something out. If you really want one of these stickers, I only have 9 of them, so I'm just trying to save them for the kind of high dollar donors. Not that there's too many of them out there, but you know who you are. And if you see this and you've given me some donations of any sort, or if you just really, really want one of these stickers, contact me. Get in touch with me in the comments or elsewhere, and the spirit of the universe may find a way to bring one to you. Anyhow, don't do anything I wouldn't do on a bicycle. Don't walk down the street backwards into a cornfield naked. And that's my 2 cents. You can spend it however you want, baby.